What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 23. And today we're going to be taking on the Las Vegas Raiders on the road. We're 9-5, coming off of a pretty dominant victory against the Green Bay Packers. Christian Gonzalez with a breakout scenario here. He could be moved up to superstar development if he has 2 interceptions, forced fumble, tackles for loss, or if we keep the Raiders under 150 yards passing, I believe is what that said. Jeff Okudah will be out for today's game, though, with a high ankle sprain. And I do want to apologize because I forgot to show you guys the playoff picture. But I don't think much had changed since the last time I showed you guys. But we will definitely show it in the next game. As we're looking at the Raiders roster here, you can kind of get an idea of what it's looking like. Josh Jacobs a 99 overall. But I did want to mention that this will be uploaded today. As I'm speaking this, it should be on Monday. And then Tuesday will be the game against the Packers. And then next Friday, this Friday coming up, I plan on doing a live stream for the Dallas Cowboys game. And that'd be pretty cool to kind of play the game live and see how it does and kind of talk about other things that are going on and other ideas that I have during that live stream. So that's the plan. But the plan for now is to take on the Las Vegas Raiders and try to get closer to clinching the NFC North. As we take a look at the Raiders roster here, they're a pretty good team. They got a pretty good squad, but here we are in Vegas for this Week 16 game on the road. So last game, I do believe it has been a while since I recorded this game. I took a little bit of a break once again. I didn't want to continue rushing videos, but I want to say that Jared Goff had his worst game of the season the game before the Packers game. So coming back to this game, we need him to play well. So Raiders starting off with the ball, and that pass is completed up to the 40-yard line. Derek Carr, the quarterback for the Raiders. Probably not going to be the quarterback in real life for next season, but he still is here in Madden. Carr in the pocket. Carr's going to the outside, and that pass is broken up on the outside. So the Lions will take over 3rd down and 9. Goff in the pocket, and he's going to hit Josh Reynolds, who takes it to the outside, and Josh Reynolds will have the first down. Reynolds has had to step up for us because of the Amon-Ra St. Brown injury, but 4th down and 1, and we're going for it early on in the game, and that's Jared Goff on a quarterback sneak. It's pretty much automatic. I think only one time have we been stopped on that quarterback sneak this year. 3rd down and 1 upcoming here for the Lions. The give is to Blake Corum, the rookie out of Michigan, and Corum takes it left. He's got a lot of speed, and Corum will be taken out of bounds at the 14-yard line, a gain of 25 for Blake Corum. We've recently seen him get going and playing a lot better. 1st down and 10 here for Detroit. Play action to Jamal Williams, and Jared Goff gets out of the pocket. Throwing, he's got Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit Lions, and they're on the board first here in Las Vegas. Jameson Williams, last game really wasn't involved much. I believe that we moved into the slot for this game, and moving him into the slot with the injury to Amon-Ra St. Brown is a pretty big change for us. So here's Jody Fortson, the backup tight end. He started to play very well. So our defense did a really good job at stopping the Raiders. That's why we have the ball back. 3rd down and inches. The give is to Blake Corum once again. And Corum up the middle. And Corum with another big carry. 2 rushes, 38 yards for Blake Corum here in the first quarter. So definitely getting a lot more snaps is Blake Corum. 3rd down and 12 here for Detroit as they went backwards for the first 2 plays. Goff's going to throw this one to the corner of the end zone, and he had his man Khalif Raymond wide open, and he just overthrew him. He was wide open. So that would lead to a field goal for the Lions. Derek Carr and the Raiders now with the ball at the 38-yard line. Carr's going to throw this one out to Davante Adams, and he's got it across midfield to the 45-yard line. Davante Adams. That's his first catch of the game right there, but as we see, that's the end of the first quarter, and we lead 10-0. And the Raiders, with the 99 overall running back, have only ran the ball 1 time in this game so far. Interesting. Derek Carr, play action fake. Hutchinson brings pressure, and it's going to be an interception for Kirby Joseph. The pressure by Aiden Hutchinson led to the interception and the bad throw, which Kirby Joseph took advantage of. He does the John Cena, you can't see me, and comes up and picks it off as Christian Gonzalez was in coverage on Davante Adams. That's who Carr was going to, and then Kirby just jumps in front of it. Pretty athletic interception as well for Kirby as he gets hit as he catches it. Put this guy at receiver possibly. 1st down and 10. We're unfortunately not able to do anything with the ball, so the Raiders have it again. Carr is going down. He's sacked by Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson, when we have him on the field, he has been really good for us. So that would lead to us getting the ball back. 2nd down and 6 here. And then we're going to turn the ball over. Picked off by the Raiders. And still fighting through contact and taken down at the 49-yard line is Diablo. So once again, I think it happened in the game against the Panthers. Goff has a man open. He just gets hit as he throws. And the ball just goes not to the intended target. So Jody Fortson was the tight end who was wide open. And Goff ends up throwing a pick. The Raiders would not score. We would get the ball back. Goff now is going down. He's sacked by Max Crosby. So that would set up a 4th down and 11. So the offensive line has really struggled to protect Goff. And because of that, it's led to sacks, interceptions, fumbles, and even injuries in the past. Finally, Josh Jacobs is going to get the ball. And he takes it right. And he's going to be taken down at the 43-yard line. A 99 overall running back. And that's only his 3rd carry of the game. 4 rushes altogether for the Raiders. Play action this time, and Aiden Hutchinson gets to the quarterback. Carr goes down in the 2nd sack for Aiden Hutchinson. We've talked about it plenty of times. When this guy is on the field, he is dangerous. You got to put 2 guys on him because he has slowly gotten better all year. When he's not injured, he's probably the most dominant player on the field for the defense. So 3rd down and 8 here for the Raiders. Lions bring in 4. Carr's going to get it out to Jacobs, and Jacobs will fight down to the 35-yard line. That would bring up a 4th down and 1 and a field goal attempt to get the Raiders on the board. A 52-yarder is right down the middle, and the Raiders would finally get on the board here and make it a 10-3 game. Carlson with the first points for the Raiders. The Lions offense is kind of stalled lately. 2nd down and 2 with 39 seconds left. We're trying to get up points. Goff dropping back, and he's going to hit Josh Reynolds, and Reynolds got the ball tackled at the 39-yard line. Timeout, Detroit. 2 remaining. 1st down and 10 now at 32 seconds at the 39-yard line. Goff. A lot of time to throw, and Goff's just going to step up and scramble, and he's going to be sliding down at the 30-yard line. Another timeout for Detroit. 1 remaining now for the Lions. 26 seconds left here in the first half. Points are almost guaranteed at this point. Goff in the pocket throwing, and he's picked off once again. The 2nd thrown interception by Goff. It's Fenton on the interception. So you get down there with almost certain points, at least a field goal, and Jameson Williams just allowed Fenton to cut in front of him. I don't think that Williams felt Fenton right there behind him. If he would have, he would have fought to the ball a little bit better. So that would lead to the Raiders taking the ball over. They wouldn't move the ball at all, and that would take us to halftime where we would lead 10-3 when it really feels like we should be leading this game at least 13-3, possibly a touchdown, 17-3, but 2 interceptions thrown by Goff in the game, and they're not pretty ones at all. I think the big thing is getting hit while he's throwing. That leads to a lot of interceptions. I did want to point out that the Packers dominated the Bears 45-13, and that really hurts the Bears' playoff chances. If they would have won that game, I think they would have had an opportunity. So we'll start the ball off on the 2nd half, and they give us to Jameson Williams on a jet sweep. What a move by Jameson Williams! The hard cut back in leads to a gain of 14 for Jameson Williams. I think you could put this guy at running back, and he could put up 100 yards a game. 3rd down and 11 here for the Lions on our opening possession of the 2nd half. Goff in the pocket all day to throw, standing tall in the pocket, and delivers a strike to Josh Reynolds down to the 42-yard line. That is exactly how it is done. That's what you have to do if you're Jared Goff every time. You got to stand tall in that pocket. You can't continue to drift backwards. That leads to bad throws and a bigger opportunity for a sack. Once again, he sits in the pocket strong, and he finds Jody Fortson down to the 26-yard line. So back-to-back completions for Jared Goff, in which he was standing in the pocket tall, and he remained composed. 3rd down and 5 now, and Goff will step up and be sacked. So that would set up a 4th down. Nichols on the sack for the Las Vegas Raiders. So that would lead to a field goal for us, as we would now lead by 10 points with 8 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. The give is to Jacobs, and Jacobs will take it left, juke back into the inside, and he's got himself a gain of about 13. Only his 4th carry, though. 4 carries, 37 yards for Josh Jacobs. He needs to get the ball more, plain and simple. 1st down and 10 for the Raiders. All day to throw for Carr. All day to throw, and he's going down. He's sacked by Devon Hamilton with the sack for the Lions. I believe that might be his first, maybe 2nd sack as a Lion. We brought him in to be a dominant run stopper. He's done a really good job at it, but getting pressure this time as he brings down Carr. That would lead to a Raiders punt, and we would get the ball back 3rd down and 6. Goff going to throw, and he's picked off again. It's Diablo once again. And the Raiders will have the ball now at the 36-yard line. Once again, I think that that pick is because the offensive line did not hold long enough, and Jared Goff had to get rid of the ball, but once he decided to get rid of the ball, pressure was in his face, and that leads to a terrible pass. I would say on all 3 of the interceptions that Goff has thrown in this game, our receivers were actually open. It just was a bad throw. So I wouldn't even say it was on me. Hutchinson bringing pressure, and the ball is free, and we pick it up. It's Devon Hamilton picking the ball up. Aiden Hutchinson with his 3rd sack of the game. This time, he gets the strip sack. And Devon Hamilton fell on it, so that would lead to the Lions getting the ball back once again. The give is to Jamal Williams, and Williams will pick up an easy 15 yards on that play. He's up to 68 yards on 16 carries. We haven't really seen a lot of Jamal Williams in this game. First down and 10 now for the Lions as they're across midfield. The give to Jamal Williams once again. Williams takes it to the right, and Williams has another easy 15-yard pickup up to 85 yards rushing in the game. So he has been a guy that just grinds out the yardage. Another give to Williams, this time on 3rd and 8. And I think that the Lions and Campbell just want to settle for 3, being a little conservative. Dan Campbell is on that play. First down and 10 here for the Raiders. And this one is going to be caught by Hunter Renfrow as he comes back to the ball. Carr was getting hit as he released it by Aiden Hutchinson. And kind of a wild throw, but good job by Hunter Renfrow to come back to the ball and make the catch. Second down and 4 here. And this one's going to be Christian Gonzalez on the sack. They put him in the nickel there, disguised him, and he comes in on the blitz, the 5th sack for this Lions defense. That would bring up a 55-yard field goal attempt by Carlson to make this a 10-point game. And it was right down the middle. He probably could have hit that one from about 58, maybe 59. I don't know if he would have had it from 60, but that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Kind of a low-scoring game, kind of a defensive game, a turnover game, 16-6 to score. Goff getting out of the pocket, and Goff's going to fire to his tight end. No, that's Jameson Williams, my fault. Jameson Williams on the sidelines. What a good catch. This is going to be a 60-yard field goal. After that catch by Williams, it would lead to a 4th down and 14, and that's right down the middle from 60 yards by Quinn Nordine. I think he probably could have hit that one from about 63. So a field goal battle now, 19-6 to score with 7:59 left in the 4th quarter. Play action fake. Carr's going deep. He's got Devontae Adams, and it's caught for a touchdown. Kirby in coverage. I believe they were in a cover 2 that time because Christian Gonzalez was not in a deep half. I believe it was covered. Yeah, it was a cover 2, and Kirby just couldn't get over there in time. Devontae Adams using his speed. So a 3rd down and 5, and this game is all of a sudden now a close one. Goff's throwing this one across the middle, and it's caught by Allen Lazard. Good job by Allen Lazard to come back to the football and make a play. So a 1st down and 10 now at the 27-yard line. Play action. Goff dropping all the way back, and he's going to hit Jameson Williams, who just steps out of bounds at the 8-yard line. If it wasn't for him barely stepping out, he probably walks in for a touchdown. His 5th catch of the game. So a 3rd down and goal after a couple of sacks. And Jared Goff's going to be sacked once again. It's Max Crosby. Actually, that's not going to count as a sack because Goff ended up gaining positive yards, so it would just be a rush. So that would lead to a field goal. The Raiders would go all the way down the field, dinking and dunking, and they would score the touchdown. Darren Waller on the touchdown reception. So the Raiders would kick the PAT here. It didn't really show much of their drive there because it was just dinking and dunking the whole time. Nothing really crazy happened, but they did make it all the way down the field, so now that would lead to an onside kick. We would have to recover this onside kick and pick up about 1 first down to win this game. So Josh Reynolds will do his part on the special teams and pick up the onside kick. So now all we have to do is get 1 first down. The Raiders are out of timeouts, and they give us to Jamal Williams, and he's going to fight for it, and he gets the first down. So Jamal Williams picks up the first down for the Detroit Lions, and we'll pick up our 10th win on the year as we move to 10-5. We are now 1 win away from clinching the NFC North. If we can beat the Green Bay Packers next game, we will be NFC North champions and will make it so that we'll at least have home field advantage for the first round of the playoffs. So kind of a boring game, if you will. Nothing real crazy happened in this game. I think that I maybe had a lot of I don't really know how to put it other than that. I just kind of like started slacking a little bit. I wasn't on top of my game in this one. And because of that, I allowed the Raiders to kind of get back in the game. I think in the first half, I felt like we could shut these guys out. But we ended up getting the win, 22-20. That's the kind of win that you need to get late in the season. I think we only had one injury in this game, so that definitely helps us. But here's one thing that I want to point out. I'll get to the player stats here, but the Raiders have a 99 overall running back, Josh Jacobs. Why is Madden not giving this guy the ball? I get it that the Raiders' scheme might be that they pass the ball more or whatever. As we look at it right now, Josh Jacobs had 5 carries. He had 5 carries. He had 8 catches. This game needs fixed. And we're gonna have this live stream on Friday, and I can't wait to just sit down and talk about all kinds of different things, new games that are coming out in the future, new plans that I have on the channel. We have a lot to talk about, and I think it'll be pretty interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of football news as well. The XFL I'm real excited about, so we're not gonna get into that right now. We'll get into that on Friday as we're playing against the Cowboys, but really Madden needs to fix their game because 99 overall and you're getting 5 carries a game, yet you are getting 8 receptions a game. That's just terrible. It's terrible. There's no other way I can put it other than it is just terrible. I don't want to trash the game too much as this series has been a pretty successful one as we have 2 games left. We got the game against the Packers and then we got the Cowboys game and then it's playoff time. And those games right there, I don't want to be taking long breaks in between. I want to kind of hit them back to back to back, not necessarily in consecutive days, but I do want to get those playoffs done and get this series wrapped up before MLB The Show comes out. But there you see it. Christian Gonzalez now has superstar development. I believe he might have had 2 tackles for loss in that game, and that's why he got the upgrade. But looking at the injuries, we had an injury to Drew Sanders, who will be out for 4 weeks. So that might be the end of the season for him. We might get him back for the NFC Championship game potentially, but we'll have to see. But this was a successful game as we won 22-20. Next game, we'll be taking on the Green Bay Packers on the road with the chance to clinch the NFC North. I hope to see you guys there. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.